What is up, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. It's time for episode 2 of the Guardians franchise. We're right here on the cusp of opening day. I believe it's actually the Korea series beginning here on Wednesday, March 20th, but we're not too far away from our actual opening day, which is on the 28th in Oakland with a 4-game set. We have had a few things go on since the last episode, though, including getting some personnel in order. Now, I mentioned I wasn't going to just do some wholesale moves on things. I did make one big move, but the bulk of the moves were down here in the low minors. In fact, our Dominican rookie leagues, of which we have 2 currently, I'm going to merge them. I'm not sure when. It's not yet. I'll probably wait a season maybe and kind of do it in the off season of in between 24 and 25. But I don't want to run that many teams, if I'm being honest. And I also don't want them to just go by the wayside and not have any attention paid to them. But they needed some management. And so Anderson Polanco is going to be the pitching coach. And I think he's somebody who can kind of grow with us. You see, he's got the outstanding on teach pitching and the good development. So there's some things to like there. I will say, as I'm looking through it now, I got to be honest. I thought I went for guys better than this, with a better development mechanics combo, because that's usually what I'm looking for in the minors. I'm looking for their forte, the hitting or the pitching, and then the development and the mechanics with it. It's good development, but even only good, I kind of wanted excellent or outstanding, and then I thought I had good mechanics on the other guys too. Let me see what the other guys look like, but that's looking different than when I hired him. Ben Johnson on the hitting side, now he's awesome. Maybe he's who I was thinking who could really grow with us, because, I mean, he's somebody we've had in previous sims before too. He is kind of one of those staples that you can go out and get. He's got the outstanding on the hitting and then outstanding, excellent with the development mechanics and aging. The aging's not as big of a deal in the minors because, of course, you're dealing with a lot of young players, so you don't have to worry about trying to keep them good as they enter age 30s. But if Ben Johnson was somebody that we elevated all the way up to, the upper minors or even the majors, that's going to come into play with him. If he's got like a great relationship with Jose Ramirez, and it's good. It's not the excellent tier, but it is good. Like, these are good enough relationships to be our guy at the top level here, and we got him for 5 years. So I think Ben Johnson could grow with us. As we merge the teams, maybe we elevate him, and then Todd Black could take over, because he's also a new guy and he's pretty good. So maybe it was just Black and Johnson that had the real complete profile that I liked, and then Polanco was a little bit lighter. But I swore that there was a combo of having the great pitching ability and the good development mechanics, but I guess I picked somebody else instead of the guy that I'm thinking of. But you see Black here with the excellent teach hitting, excellent mechanics, and good development. So we're happy with that. And again, these guys can elevate through our system as we kind of go through things. Now, we got our expectations for the year from Larry Dolan, and he wants us to be about 500. That's not terribly out of pocket, right? We don't want to get too influenced by how the Guardians are playing in real life right now, because we can't expect that. 18-8 or whatever it is at this point, we don't know if we're going to be that good. So I like that we only have to live within the realm of being around a 500 ball club. Our big move was scouting director. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm just not going to ride with somebody who favors ability, or highly favors ability at that. That's just not what I like. Now, if you don't know the difference between the two, between highly favors ability and highly favors tools, basically think about, if it's ability, they're going to be more stat based. So, somebody who's hitting 300 consistently, maybe even though they only have like a 50 BABIP and a 50 contact, our guy's going to, the guy who we had was going to see that more positively and be like, oh, that guy's just got the ability to hit. Whereas somebody who highly favors tools is really going to focus on the pure skills. And more often than not, I want that focus on the skills. Sure, guys can overperform their ratings and underperform their ratings, but end of the day, I want to rely on the pure skills that they have. Another thing that I hear for the comparison of tools versus ability is when you're talking about the draft, the highly favors ability guy is going to have more base hits and doubles in terms of what you're drafting, like guys that are solid and consistent and capable. Whereas with the highly favored tools, you're going to find the superstars more often. Now you're going to have a higher bust rate too. So there's pluses and minuses, but for me, when it comes to the draft, we're trying to find that next superstar. We want to land on the Trout, the Betts, the Acuna type, and we might have to go through a few busts in the process. And hey, there are levels of bustitude, if you will, too, right? Like a guy who, if we're taking, say, in the top 10 picks or whatever, I hope we're not picking in that realm too often, but let's say we take a top 10 guy who's slated to become top of the scale, 70 overall type dude, and he winds up only being a 55 or even maybe a 50, but he plays with us for 5 years as a consistent 1.5 to 3 win guy. He might be a bust relative to the overall expectations, but still a pretty solid hit there. So bust is all about definition anyway, but the bottom line is we're all about the highly favors tools, and look what Brodie Van Wagenen brings to the party, y'all. Excellent at scouting majors, outstanding at scouting the minors, and then another double excellent when it comes to international scouting and scouting of amateurs, along with, of course, the highly favors tools. We got him for 5 years, $469,000 per year, so, a nice outlay there. We had to give him some money, but I wanted to get him. He's pretty close to perfect for what I'm looking for in a scout. New top 100 comes out. We see a lot of the same guys. I don't know that anything's changed. We can go to our list here. I think Espino was 35, so he moved up. We got 35, 38, 72, and 80 among the top 100, and then another 4 in the second 100 there at 114, 118, 145, and 180. So I like where we're at. We're 17th. Like, that's fine. That's not a bad starting spot. We want to build that up, but we're not starting so high that it won't be a challenge, and we're not starting so low that it's going to be a super painful slog either. We're right there. I don't want to say smack dab in the middle because that would be 15, but we're damn near smack dab in the middle. We're pretty good. All right, so opening day for baseball because, again, the Korea series, but let's get to our situation here and get some preseason predictions. I think we can go to the next week and then we'll start simming here. Got the leaderboards all set up to show when things are simming, so that'll be chill. Angel Martinez suffered a setback. Oh, that stinks. Prospect that we're keeping tabs on. Oh, that does remind me. Got to start requesting some scouting reports. Let's just do a full scout on the Major League Club and really the AAA Club right now. Let's get those two done, and then maybe some select prospects. Cleo Watson, Welbin, Francisca. I guess most of our prospects are in AAA. AAA, majors, AA, AAA, majors, AAA. Okay, cool. I mean, I will say that kind of adds to the challenge, though, because we're going to be graduating guys. And so we are going to have to really backfill to even hold this 17 rank, let alone start moving up. So that's fine. We're going to have guys ready to go and help us this year. Obviously, 2 guys are on the Major League Club and then another handful right there. And Angel Martinez is in the majors, too? Or he's just in the Major League? Oh, I guess he was in AAA. Okay. He's not some baby. So he's on the Major League IL, though. Okay, I did not know that. That's fine. We can deal with that. All right, sweet. Well, here we go. We're 4 days out. Let's get those preseason predictions in a moment here and see what we're dealing with. Got to get my footing, get all my bearings again on sim and offline, or playing the base game. It's been a while. Sorry, that was so loud, y'all. I hope none of y'all were wearing headphones and that exploded your ear. God, that was bad. That was loud for me. So I can't imagine what it might be like if you had headphones on. I'm sorry. I'm Slender Man over here. I'm gangling all over the joints, so I just kind of misjudged where the water bottle was with respect to the mic arm. All right, so we got Xavier Curry and Ben Lively back. We need some scouts on them. We're going to send both on a rehab, if only because at least at this very moment, we don't need them. Can you do a rehab for 2 guys at once? I don't think so. Yeah, you got to do it individual. Pop Xavier down there. Pop Ben Lively. And Gavin Williams will be back in 4 days, so that's great. Hopefully he doesn't have a setback like in real life. And we'll get him going too. Let's get a scout cooking. All right, scout's going to be very busy, but obviously we'll start getting those reports pretty soon. Oh gosh, we're bagging youth. Don't love that. We need to change those names, or those auto-generated reports. Bags youth is terrible. I bring it up every year. I know. But if you're new to the channel, maybe you're seeing it for the first time and you're just like, what the hell does that say? By the way, I will say, not a bad player here. High loyalty and work ethic, low financial ambition, nice little profile that could develop. Coming in as kind of a contact type guy. Not a great catcher. Definitely need to work with him behind the dish, but contact guy who can take some walks, maybe could develop some power down the line. A couple months out from being 18. So we got plenty of time here with Juan Herrera. So nice first run. Nice first showing here from Brody Van Wagenen. Already showing what he can do. All right, one more day here and we should have the preseason. Oh, actually the preseason predictions probably generated when the Dodgers stuff started. All right, so they like us to win the division. Wow, okay, us and the Twins up there. 88 wins for us, 87 for them. So, real tough battle between these two. And then the Tigers, Royals, and White Sox kind of in a cluster there, which is funny to me, especially not just because of what we're dealing with in real life, where the White Sox are just off in Neverland over there, and the Tigers or Royals are playing pretty well, but because that's how I believe it should be. Like, I'm not just influenced here by the first few weeks of the real life season. It just looks this bad right now. So, is Shar trying to leave? Door's closed, Shar. Sorry. What the hell? Let me out, boy. We've also got we got Bieber in the pitcher list. Okay, that's pretty nice. 2.81 ERA. If he had that, that'd be amazing. Now, I know with these predictions, it's kind of a fun thing to look at. We're not bound by them. They're not guaranteed to come through, but it's nice to see what a sim looks like and what some expectations could be. And I think we do have a good enough team to maybe compete. I think sustainability with this team is going to be the biggest challenge, right? We're not having to build up from square one. I kind of like that, right? I enjoy that challenge, but I wanted to try something a little bit different this year with a team that I don't want to say is ready-made, but they're there. Like, if we stay healthy, we've got a team that can compete, especially in a relatively easy division or one of the easier ones, especially if KC and Detroit don't pop up the way they are in real life and become difficult. But it is a division on the rise, because even if they don't pop up this year, the Tigers and the Royals do have the green arrow up. The Twins are solid, and our guards are pretty good. So I'm eager to see what we can do. Wow. Braves projected for 109 dubs. That's crazy. Only 97 for the Dodgers, kind of surprising. Still a good number, but then the Giants at 96. Okay. I see you, Giants. Logan Webb, Blake Snell. Okay. A 1-2 punch like that is pretty nice. I know Snell's had a rough one so far this year, and now is injured with an oblique strain. Maybe that was contributing to the first couple outings too, right? Like, we don't know, but it wouldn't be surprising. He didn't have a spring training. Don't forget that. I'm a Blake fan too, so I'm gonna cape for him and kind of, see the best of what's going on there as he kind of works through things. All right, so we've got the A's. And, we got everything situated with the team already. Nothing changing too much. We are facing a lefty to start, right? Yeah, we got double lefty, then double righty in the 4-game set. So let's take a look at the lefty lineup. And it's going to be Jose Ramirez leading off. Josh Naylor in the 2 slot. Ramon Laureano at 3. David Fry at 4. Kyle Manzardo at 5. I think maybe we flip them. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll put Manzo at 4. Even though it's lefty-lefty, we'll put him there. Fry at 5. Jimenez at 6. Gabriel Arias at 7. Stephen Kwan at 8. And Miles Straw at 9. So, again, I'm pretty happy with the lay of the land right now. A little nervous about having Kwan and Straw because it's like 2 of the same player, and it's not the best player type. But we're going to try to make it work. And then we've got Bieber, Bybee, McKenzie, Allen as our 4 going in this series. So let's go ahead and get it started. Probably going to click on that scouting button a lot, y'all. I am used to the schedule being there. Is that just bad muscle memory, or did that not used to be there? Because now you have to go info and then the schedule's there. You know, it'd be cool is if a lot of this was more editable. So you could, you could personalize it to what you want. I'll get used to it, but I bet I click that scouting button a bunch thinking I'm going to the schedule. All right, opening day 2024 with our new Cleveland Guardians. What do we got? We got a dub, 9-5. All right, let's go. Way to get it going there. Bieber wasn't at his best with 4 runs against the A's, but hey, 7 innings of work. We will take that all day, and the offense came to play. Multi-hit games from David Fry, Gabriel Arias, Stephen Kwan. 5 ribbies from Fry, including a grand slam of Osvaldo Bido, who got clocked 6 runs in an inning of work. Stephen Kwan getting a stolen base as well. Let's go. All right. Sim speed looking pretty good early on. Sam Hentges did suffer a setback. So that's a bummer. We were hoping, we were seeing some guys are coming back, and we were saying, let's hope Gavin Williams doesn't suffer that. Hentges is the one who takes the setback there. We will send Gavin Williams on a rehab. So now we're going to have 3 guys on a rehab. And then with Martinez, I guess he's on the 40. Okay, he's on the 40 now. What's his status in real life? Let me look that up real quick if y'all don't mind. Because I haven't heard about him until I did the first episode. I don't know who that is. Is he born on January 27th? Yes. Sorry, you have to know the date. If there's a bunch of guys with similar name on Fangraphs, it's like you gotta know their birthday. I'm like, I don't know that. All right, he's in AAA right now. He just got his season going, probably because of the injury that we had to deal with here. He recovered from it a bit quicker in our universe, but in the real life, it looks like he played on the 9th, 12th, and 13th. Okay, so maybe he started the season healthy and then re-injured himself. Because, yeah, he hasn't played now in a while. So we'll see what's going on. Things aren't looking great for Angel Martinez in the real-world situation. Are we scouting? Oh, yeah, 4 days until we scout him. All right, well, they're going to give us the warning about him, so I guess let's throw him on the rehab. We do get more time with him down there. And we'll have some decisions to make with 4 guys on rehab right now. And it looks like Xavier Curry got hurt again. Oh, no, he's just tired from pitching. Okay, well, he got his clock cleaned. Maybe he should fake an injury just to explain why he got beat up so bad. He's like, oh, actually, no, I was just hurt. Yeah. Okay, well, we take the first 2 games. Game 3, we take that. Can we get the 4-game sweep as we head into April? We can. Let's go. A 3-0 win in Game 4. Logan Allen with 7 shut piece. Bo Naylor goes yard. The 7-2 win. J-Ram, Rocchio, Manzardo all go yard. McKenzie was excellent. And then the Game 2 dub. A handful of doubles for the ball club. And Bybee was solid, but the bullpen picked him up. Actually, Barlow blew it, but then got the win. So they didn't quite pick him up. But Nick Sandlin was awesome for 2 innings. All right, so great start. Going 4-0. Obviously, the schedule blessed us a bit there, but we'll take it. And we are the number 1 team by the power rankings. You get a 4-0 series off, out of the gates there, then you're going to start looking good. And David Fry, on the heels of that 5 RBI opener, has 7 right now. All right, let's pick up the pace a little bit here. We're not going to go exactly game by game. Let's get to the next week here. Let's see what the Seattle and Minnesota situations look like. Basically, going to kind of go through April in this episode here. Get the lay of the land with the scouting. Those reports are going to start coming through. See what we're going to do with all the guys rehabbing and everything. And, just kind of take it a little easy on this episode here. And then really kick into that next gear in episode 3. Great stroke. Freeman gets 5 hits. Now, is that Tyler or Freddie? Oh, wow. We lost every game. Great. Okay, so we're 4-6. Hey, so the schedule really did bless us, because then we started playing real teams and we got clobbered. And we dropped all the way down to 23rd in power rankings. I want to find out who got those 5 hits. Okay, I figured it was Freddie, but I want to have a little wishful thinking, y'all. Let me live. Let me be delusional in thinking that that could be Tyler Freeman. Let me be an idiot, y'all. We're not going to check every scouting report, but we'll check some of the top guys and see, hey, did anything change one way or the other? Class A, nothing for him. Actually, I don't have everyone's ratings memorized, but I can probably scan down here and find players easier. See if Jimenez had anything change. Oh, potential contact goes up. Potential gap goes up. We like that. We like seeing that for sure. Bo Naylor, what's he got going? Potential contact goes up, but then current and potential eye drop. That's a bummer. And then his current gap drops. Okay, so little trade-off there. In the end, rating is the same. 55 current, 60 potential. Nothing too crazy there. Oh, can we get... Surely there's... It's April 1st. There should be a report, right? Instead of going by one here. I'm a clown, right? Is there not? Or does that come... I might have overlooked it, but I thought it came with the red exclamation. But the only one there is the injury. So maybe not. Anything changed with Tristan McKenzie? Oh, he went down. Bummer. All right, I don't want to get too bogged down in this. It just would have been easier to look at a composite report. Maybe it's under scouting. Didn't they used to have that? Y'all, I'm getting my footing again. You're going to have to bear with me on some things looking around. Reports. No, not what I'm looking for. Okay, maybe not. Please tell me that they're still doing those monthly reports. I really like those. I look forward to those. But yeah, we're not going to look at every single player here. We're going to read all the messages. I can tell you Khalil Watson had to have gone up because he was not a 60 potential. Potential power, gap, both go up. Current defense does come down, which is a bummer because he's that short and he was already a little challenged there, but he can be a great second baseman. So I am not super bugged out by that. We can definitely live with that. Chase DeWaters, potential power goes up. Let's go. His current defense improves. Potential eye does go down. But hey, if he's smashing the heck out of the ball, we can take, a couple fewer walks. All right, so bummed that we immediately reeled off 2 series losses, but we finally come home for our home opener against the White Sox. So the schedule blessing us again. Let's see if we can get back on track. What are the White Sox up to? They're 6-4. Hey, maybe the schedule not blessing us. We better do well against them. Nope, we lose. And wow, we lose the series. And we salvage one. And now Karinchak is coming off the IL. Holy shit, we're getting a whole new team via injury returns. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. I don't like how much we're losing already. It isn't that meaningful because it is super early. I know that in my heart of hearts. I'm not panicked or anything. But you start off 4-0, and as stupid as it is, because it is such a small sample, you get excited. You're like, okay, here we go. And then they immediately reel off 8 straight losses, and you're like, oh, damn. But just like you shouldn't get too freaked out about the +4, you don't get too busted about the -8, because it's all still super, super early. So what we're going to do is let's get through this Boston series and then assess where the rehab guys are at. In fact, we'll have to make a move on Martinez right around that time because he's at 8 days. And the pitchers will be winding down. And we'll see, if we have some of our pitchers that are failing, which right now they don't look to be the problem. Seems like it might be a hitting situation. Yep. It is very much the hitting. Okay, so kind of the way people thought Cleveland would be coming into this year, where great pitching, bad hitting, and we'll see if they have enough hitting to kind of overcome that. Well, they're kind of the other way right now. Their hitting is carrying them because the pitching has been ravaged by injuries. Obviously, Bieber being chief among them. So let's go. And Henches is ready. So let's throw him down to rehab, especially because he had a setback. But yeah, we got a whole new damn pitching staff, y'all. And like, I don't know. I hope some of these guys have options because we don't have room for all of them. Even some of the ones that we're going to want, like, I don't have room. So like Xavion might have to stay down. Ben Lively is out of options. Wait, Gavin Williams is already out of options? Oh no, 3 option years left. Okay. What is this? Options used? Oh yeah, option years used. Okay, sorry. So 3 is bad when we see that. So, and Gavin's going to be coming up, so I shouldn't have even cared if he didn't have any. But that means Lively does have some, which is good. Because I kind of want to keep him in the org. Like, he's a decent fill-in starter. But he is like that 6th, 7th starter type. Not somebody that we have to force up, even at age 32. So he's nice organizational depth. And then Karinchak will obviously come back up. Who else is? And then Henches. But I still think we need to carve out 3 spots for Williams, Henches, and Karinchak. And damn, I don't know who the heck's leaving for that. Like, as far as options go, you know, some of the guys have options, but they're the ones I don't really want to send out. Like Sandlin and Clase are locked right now. I kind of want to stick with Heron because A, he's pretty decent, and B, he's our only lefty. So then we start looking at somebody like Cade Smith, who I do like. I talked about him in episode 1, but the numbers game might just get him. Simply put. Berea has no options. Barlow's making some money. I don't know where the hell these moves are going to come from. Well, that's future Paul's problem. For now, we're still getting the scouting reports. Draft pool released. Cool. We'll deal with that later. Let's try to win some damn ball games. Got the Yankees. Look at the White Sox being 9-5. They schedule this. We're better than you guys. Schedule this is not a very tough diss for me saying that the schedule got light on you. Okay, White Sox, you need to work on your shit talking. Oh, this guy's name is Cox? Connor Cox, K-O-K-X. Come on. You're fucking with me on that one. Stop it. All right, we took 2 or 3 from the Yankees. We got 4 in Boston. All right, we need this set. Let's get 3 or 4 here. Get back on track. Get the first one. Lose the second. Win the third. Guaranteed the split. Angel Martinez is ready to come back. And we lost the 4th. Okay, so we split. That's okay. In a 4-game set, you just want the split guaranteed. Obviously, if you can take 3 or 4, that's great. But it's not the end of the world if you can't. I think with Martinez, I think he just has to go back down, right? So do I have to put him on the majors and then... Like, why can't I just send him down? Like, take him off rehab. It's just annoying that we have to do a roster move with that. Josh Naylor's nicked up, not the end of the world. I think I want WRC plus over here. And we don't really need plate appearances and at-bats. It's a little redundant. Try to clean up this board, make it a little bit more legible. We'll put the games, plate appearances, WRC plus WAR, get that snapshot right there, and then we'll get a little bit more granular with some of the other things. You know, I like the kind of categories like homers, ribbies, and steals. I'm a fantasy dweeb at heart. I like to see that stuff. Then walk rate, strikeout rate, average OBP slug, ISO, OPS, and then BABIP. All right. We will save this. I think we're saving global on that, right? Did I do that right? Yeah, because this is some old one. I don't know why this one's up here, but whatever. We can deal with that later. Don't get bogged down, Paul. Okay, so for the Angel Martinez thing, You know, player personalities and such, I don't want to like piss them off. You know, even a quick send down, I hope it doesn't like ruin their attitude or anything. But I guess I'm gonna have to test that a little bit and see. Hopefully Manzo doesn't get all busted up, because we're gonna send him out. We're gonna put Angel Martinez on, but then we're immediately gonna. I mean, hopefully this doesn't piss off Angel Martinez himself. It might, but we're not putting him on the roster just for the personality aspect of it. He'll live. All right, they. Now I do wonder, should I call Manzo right back up, or no? He is the best guy. Martinez is probably going to be in the majors at some point this year. I think that's fair to say. I just didn't want to do it yet, so let's just put Manzo right back up. He's like, wait, what? Sorry, just procedural here. Pop you right back in at DH against lefties and righties. Is he getting cooked by lefties? Actually, everyone's kind of cooking him. Lefties a little bit more so, but it's both. You know what? Let's get Rocchio as the starting DH, or do we want... I think we'd rather him playing... He's 5'10". I don't think we want him at first. Who's better at short? His arm comes in a little light, but we could do this. We could put Arias at first, then Rocchio at short. And then Naylor at DH against lefties, just to get a little bit of a better defensive alignment out there. First base defense is not something that we're going to like overly focus on, but if you can improve it, you might as well, right? All right, this pitching thing, I'm really nervous about this. I don't know how we're going to approach this. All right, we have a week for the first group of guys. Okay, so what I might end up doing here, y'all, let's get to the next Boston series. So we got Oakland a day off, and then more Boston. Oh, we're Oakland scoring points on us now? I know they're not called points, they're called runs. That was a Simpsons reference. Actually, I don't even know if Bart said scoring points, but he says, oh man, even Nelson's scoring off of me now. So we drop a series against Oakland. Awesome. And now we got this Boston series here. We lose game 1. We lose game 2. Now Xavier Curry's ready to rock. All right, how did he pitch in the minors? Okay, now this is somewhat beneficial, and I don't say, it's a weird thing to say that. You don't want your guys to suck. But the fact that he's been horrendous in AAA does make it easier to say, okay, well, you got to stay down there. You've just been getting your absolute clock cleaned. And maybe he needs to hit the bullpen or something too. So I think we have to do the same thing again, where we have to like procedurally put him on the major league roster just to send him down, which is stupid, but we'll do it. Anybody struggling here? So again, if they get mad, there's at least something behind it, like, oh, you weren't doing your best. I mean, I guess Cade Smith, but no, like his ERA and WHIP are up a little bit, 405, 135 respectively. Like that's not a great combo, but a 26% strikeout minus walk is wonderful. It's the home run rate right now. And in a small sample, it's probably a bad outing or two. Yeah, he's allowed homers in two separate outings, and that's inflating his numbers. But for now, he has to be kind of our procedural guinea pig. Put Xavier up. And then Xavier back down. And frankly, let's just wait a day for Ben Lively to do the same. Now, he's pitching well in AAA, but we're still not going to bring him up. Like I said, we want him to kind of be depth. Did all that scouting get done? Maybe it's stupid on my part. I freely admit that, but I'm so particular about the scouting being very high then I'm probably just going to run the same guys again to get them up to very high. We only have one guy, Jose Ramirez, at very high. It probably doesn't matter, but I'm going to do it. I'm sorry. I'm annoying. I annoy myself sometimes. All right. So let's do one day, and then Lively's going to be ready to go, or finish this day. We lost second game to Boston, of course. Lively up. Lively down. 5 days until Gavin Williams is back. Now, Gavin Williams is going to stay. Probably shouldn't go 5 days light with the pitcher, though. That part would not make much sense. So let's go ahead and bring Cade back. Unfortunately, for a short period of time, because he's going to have to be the odd man out for Gav. And it's unfortunate, but it's just what we got. We do salvage one against Boston. We go to Atlanta. We lose the first one. Second one, probably going to get swept. Gavin Williams is back, and he will stay. Oh, wait. We got to put Cade Smith back down in the minors. Sorry, Cade. You're getting that Mitch White treatment from a couple years ago when the Dodgers yo-yoed him. Mitch White and Edward Olivares helped set the new rule about only being able to send guys up and down 5 times a year because they were just getting abused, really. I hope Carrasco doesn't get too upset about getting taken out of the rotation. I mean, you got to be honest about kind of where you're at with your skills, though, too, right? And obviously, Gavin Williams, we want him. It's perfect timing, obviously, to start him as well. Ooh, Marcus Semien just went yard to break the tie in the bottom of the 8th of the Texas-Cincinnati game. To give you an idea of when we're recording this. I don't know how soon these are going to start coming out. Again, I want to try to get a little bit of a backlog going. Probably 2-3 episodes at least before I post that first one. We did salvage one against Atlanta. Can we win the first game of a series? I guess we did against Boston and New York, but then these last 3 series, we lose that first one, and it just puts us in the hole right away. And then, let's see here. We win 8-4. Oh, wait, that was to close out the Atlanta series. All right, let's see if we can win a game against Houston here with Gavin Williams. Oh, wait, they might skip him. Okay, they don't. Good. I thought they might to go to Beebs. Now, with this off day, we have a chance to maybe reset a little bit. Let's do this. Let's put Gavin Williams at the 4 slot, so then when there are some off days, maybe Logan Allen gets skipped on occasion. I think he's our clear 5 here with a 50 rating. I don't usually just go purely off the overall rating, but when you deep dive the ratings, like Gavin and McKenzie are 50s as well, but you look at all 3 of them together, I think it's Gavin and McKenzie are kind of 1A, 1B, and then Allen is a cut below them, but a small cut, mind you. All right, let's see if Gavin Williams can get us a dub to open up the month, or to end the month, I'm sorry. Nope, we get smoked. 10-2, and he wore it. Barlow did as well, but it was not good. All right, well, we're in an alternate world where Houston is better. Actually, I don't know that for sure. I just know they beat us. Yeah, they're 19-10. Okay, so they're not having the same fate of real life, and we're kind of doing the opposite fate of the Guardians, unfortunately. We are not off to a great start. That's unfortunate. The reports are there, and they do have the red exclamation. I mean, technically it's a white exclamation and a red circle, but you know what I mean. So these reports do exist. That's good to know. But Sandlin's down. Morgan's down. McKenzie's down. That's a bummer, dude. Logan Allen up a bit at least. Bo Naylor's contact. Oh, some of these are the old ones, though, from last month. Espino with a big jump. We like that. That's something at least. Juan Brito. Reynel Delgado. Okay. Okay, some things that aren't too bad then. All right. So we end up going 12-18. Not the end of the world. Doesn't completely bury us, but obviously not good either. Let's not mince words with it. The offense is the biggest issue right now. Let's see if that's still the case. Yeah, 15s galore. Oh my God. Top fives in a lot of the key pitching categories, and top 10 pretty much across the board until you get down to strikeouts, defensive efficiency, and zone rating, which is not great, by the way. I want those to be rated higher. Problem is we have all that pitching coming, you know, from these rehab stints. Of course, we got most of it back. We will have Karinchak and Henches coming back soon, and then the other guys down in the minors. That doesn't directly help our biggest issue. Maybe we make a move, but I don't know. Is it too soon to already be making moves? Do we call up a Juan Brito? Is there anything he can really do to jumpstart the offense, though? Like, he's an interesting fill-in type player, but I don't know if he's got jumpstart the offense capability. Chase DeLauder, he's just not quite there for me yet. He still has 20 points of potential in power that he needs to start tapping into before I'm really going to want to call him up as somebody who can change the team's outlook. I didn't check the waiver wire at all last month, which is a little bit of a bummer. Is there nobody on the waiver wire? Interesting. Not even a single person? That's kind of surprising. I was making sure I didn't have any filters, but no. We've got everything. That's surprising to me, that not even a single random player is there. All right, let's go through the Detroit series here, and then we'll wrap up. Like I said, a little bit of a tighter second episode here, and then we might have to make some assessments. We're not going to, like, overhaul the team due to a bad start, but maybe we go find a bat for some pitching. Something that I thought this team was ripe to do coming into the year, and then, you know, things change in real life. But in our world, it's playing more how we expected them to be before their pitching started getting hurt, and then their offense started playing better. Detroit, we win game 1. Game 2, give me the sweep against my boys. Okay, we take the series, no sweep, that's fine. And all these scoutings are coming in. Again, we don't need to look at them. We're just trying to get everybody up to the very high confidence rating on the scouting. All right. So we have about $8 million. I pumped up even more into the budget, the scouting and development budgets, by the way, 17 and 20 mil respectively. Because, you know, we want to win from building within. Doesn't mean we can't go out and maybe trade for a contract, though. Maybe spark something offensively. And, you know, one of the biggest issues, just eyeballing the team right now, is the one that I was concerned about, which is having Quan and Straw basically be the same guy. Strained hamstring right now for Josh Naylor, going to affect his running for 2 weeks. So for the first thing, we're going to go ahead and get him at DH versus righties as well. And then we're going to give him a little 3-day rest. I don't want to put him on the IL right now, but we'll just give him 3 days off. Let Florial get in. Not that he's doing great. But the Quan Straw thing is a problem. You can add up their WRC plus totals, and it's 86. Even though that's not how the stat works. That's my point, though. Even if you changed how the stat works and added, that's still shitty. So I think we need to make a move. Just the way they did in real life, I think this is untenable. I love what Straw brings defensively, but he has to be a fourth outfielder type. He cannot be starting. Quan, he has a 194 BABIP. He's going to be fine. It's that simple sometimes with a guy like this. His strikeout rate's up a little bit, but not egregious. He's still taking his walks. Bottom line is the BABIP's going to regress. So I'm not as worried about him. And in fairness to Straw, his is 227. It'll probably regress as well. But I just don't want two pure singles hitters in our lineup like this. It's killer. So we're going to make a move there. Maybe we just send Straw out the way they did in real life. Will Brennan was the big winner when they did that, but I don't think he changes our fate much here. Because he doesn't bring much power. He's another slappy type. So I don't think there's anything there. George Valera, maybe. If we can't make a trade Maybe it's just Valera. And again, he's not going to flip our offense, but he'll be better than Miles Straw offensively. He should be at least. Yeah, we don't have much power lurking. Junkenzie Noel, maybe? He's only at 55 powers. Not that crazy. He could crush lefties a little bit. All right, anything on the trade block so far? Tigers moving on from Mark Canha. Not quite what I'm looking for. I'm looking for more impact power. Frankly, I'd take more of a 3 true outcomes guy if it was out there. But the highest power is Brandon Drury at 55. I'm not totally against somebody like Drury either. He's just like a solid hitter. He's hitting well right now. If he could stay hot with us, that would certainly help. But we'll see. All right, so I'll deal with that offline. Try to turn this ship around a little bit. 16 and 22, again, not the end of the world, but not good either. All right, let's not sugarcoat it. It's bad right now. We're 8.5 back already, but only 5.5 back in the wild card. We can claw back into this. Maybe we trade a big arm for a big bat. Maybe we make that big first move where we really go out and say, hey, here's a solid arm for somebody in their mid-20s in the outfield that can really do something for us. You know? I could see something like that. So that's maybe what I'm going to go hunting. If I can't find that, we'll do something smaller, but we'll get the ball rolling on fixing that. And then when we come back, I might already sim some offline and we'll kind of jump in around June or something. TBD on that. Depends what sort of moves I make. But thank you all so much for watching. I'm already having a blast with this. I cannot wait to get deeper into our first season with the Cleveland Guardians. Take care.